Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. My guest today is Barbara Patterson, Director of Student Involvement here at Troy University. Barbara, as always, it's great to have you here.
Oh, it's always wonderful to be here.
And
Yes.
we're talking about student involvement.
Yes.
And here we are, the start of a new school year, and a lot of students are new to campus. So
Absolutely.
they're
Yes.
trying to figure out their place in campus. And first and foremost, before we get into how they can get involved, tell us about why it's important for these students to find a way to get involved outside of the classroom.
Well, we know that an involved student is almost 99% going to be a successful student. They're going to be the student who graduates and graduates usually in 4 years. And we want every student to succeed academically, and we just know that once they make those connections, once they find their way, their home away from home, they will do well in the classroom, and as I said, we just want them to be successful here at the university, and that's really the number one reason we want them to get involved.
And especially for the new students, an opportunity to make a connection and help with that transition. Because a lot of times these organizations you get involved with there'll be ways to be able to help you to become better aware of your environment around here.
Well, and you know, older members always want to be mentors. They always want to help the younger members adjust and learn all the little tricks that that happen. You know, that access code to the book, what does that even mean? You know, and the older members are always willing to say, okay, this is what that means and this is what you do, you know. And so the older members are always willing to help them get adjusted and give them those just little tidbits.
And when it comes to groups on campus, there's a wide variety. And that's one of the important things around here is that if there's an interest for a student, there's something they can find here, right?
Absolutely. And you know, Aaron, one of the things that I found so interesting already, this is the second day of classes, and we've already gotten 2 emails from students who are saying, I want to start a new organization. But there are such a wide variety of organizations on campus that we find that a student should be able to find something that they are super interested in, something that motivates them, that they have that special interest, which I think is one of the things that's wonderful about a college experience, is that there is so much that you can find to be interested in. And if you really have that special interest, you can find other people who have that same interest. And it's nothing better than to walk into the Trojan Center and see 6 or 7 tables set up with chess. And you've got all those students who really are interested in chess and have found each other, and then teach others how to play chess. But from fraternities and sororities to religious organizations to service organizations, so many of our students are interested in serving others, and we have lots of organizations that do that. And you know, and then for the honor societies, for the students who excel, there are so many organizations.
And not to mention there's academic organizations for each of the colleges and schools, and that a lot of times might end up helping the student in the classroom when they're involved in one of these organizations that are dedicated to their academic field of study.
Right, and we think every student should join an organization that has to do with their major, because they do. They get to meet people who are in the field. They get to develop relationships with their faculty members outside of the classroom. You know, sometimes in the classroom that can be a little intimidating, but when you then are working with a faculty advisor who is also your faculty member, that develops that relationship, and so that is a wonderful way to, again, help succeed in college.
And now for anybody that's interested in trying to find their place, they're like, I want to find an organization, how can they do this?
Well, one, they can first start following a lot of social media of a lot of our student organizations to see what they're doing. There's the troy.edu website that has an extensive web pages on the organizations. And then if you want the personal touch, if you want to talk to somebody, please come to our office. And there's a lot of professional staff members who just love to sit down with you and say, hey, what are you interested in? Let's talk about 3 or 4 things that you might want to, might want to join. And here's another thing. I say be brave. Be brave and be bold the first couple of weeks of school. Everybody is new. So take a chance. Go to a first meeting. Go to a welcome week event and see if you think that event, that organization is for you. And grab a roommate and go.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like good opportunities for the students. And I want to thank you for enlightening us on what we can do here on campus to get involved. Thanks for joining me today. So
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.